Hello, Beach City fans. This is Jillian with you here live at the Techsauce 2019 Summit, brought to you by True Digital Park. I have with me Ashish from
Turning ideas.
Turning Ideas. Yes, hi, Ashish. Very nice to meet you.
Hi, Julian. Pleasure meeting you as well.
Yeah, it's been a very busy day. There's a lot of people, a lot of the talks that are going on right now. Is this your first Techsauce event?
Techsauce, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
10th time in Bangkok. But
Yeah. What did you think of the event so far?
amazing. I think it's the right place. South Asia has emerged as a big startup hub. To be honest, I've been into the ecosystem for last 8 years, and this year specifically, Southeast Asia has emerged to be a big startup hub. In fact, most of the Western friends have actually come to see the event.
Yes.
So lot expected out of this. I think
Yeah.
that's the next level of revolution.
Indeed, and it's a very fast-moving space here. And I had the pleasure of actually walking down yesterday in the exhibition hall, and I saw some of the startups in the Wisdom exhibition booth there.
Yeah, so we have partnered with Wisdom as incubation partners. So Turning Ideas actually, so we ran a challenge with them, and we shortlisted some of the 5 stars. So these are disruptive startups, to be honest. And these are getting showcased at the India Pavilion today. So MQDC is very focused on the inspiration,
Yes.
and they're coming up with a co-working space or an inspiration hub back in Delhi.
That's great, and you've been able to kind of nurture these startups and provide support. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I think the ecosystem, if you look at the Southeast Asian ecosystem with startups, they really don't need money. They need right set of nurturing, right set of mentoring and advice to actually make them more commercially viable. Startup is not only a machine for raising money. I think the founders have now realized you really need to have a commercially viable business first, then you become a startup.
Yes, and interesting, India is a very exciting space for startups. Can you tell me a little bit more?
So we last year we got a lot of funding in the enterprises. So we, just to give you a perspective of the kind of deals which we get 2 to 3 ideas in our inbox every single day. So you can
Wow.
imagine the kind of the pace the
Yeah.
startup ecosystem is emerging. The government actually runs an initiative called Startup India, which is to support startup, relaxing the norms to register a business. And we actually helping startups now go global. So we partner with global incubators
Yes.
to get a startup exchange program where we actually take Indian startups globally and get some of the global startup access to India.
Well, that's really, really cool. Now, if there are at least 2 pitches coming at you per day, what do you have any tips for companies that are looking at a startup when you're looking for like a startup with a potential idea? Like, what are you looking for?
I think the 2 things we know, because we get 2 pitches a day, and we have to do justice to everyone because we can't just let them go. 2 things we clearly look for is, one, the commitment of founders. The founding team is the first bet which we honor, because the ideas keep on changing. You got to pivot, and. And the second is you need to be commercially viable business. I think that's something very, very important for a business pitch. So tips to the founders or tips to the startups going to be clearly, guys, you should have a plan B. That's the only plan which should work, and have a commercially viable business first.
Well, that's some really great advice. And I know that you have a few more days here in Thailand. What are you most excited about on this trip?
I think meeting a lot of startups and the investor, specifically a lot of Chinese and Japanese investors who very certainly become very keen on Southeast Asia. So it's very exciting to see that.
Yeah, Techsauce is truly a wonderful hub of like all of this region to come together. Thank you very much for your time.
Indeed, pleasure's mine.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, this is Jillian from Beach City. There are a lot more videos coming this afternoon, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.